Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Joel, and this is A Stable Life. You guys are joining me here on Manure Day, and I'm just getting started a little earlier than normal. We do have some extra work that we're gonna be doing over on the Veggie Boys farm, so I'm trying to get all of our horses taken care of and fed appropriately so that I have enough time to not only care for them and their needs, but also to be able to help out the family farm. But more on that later. For now, I'm gonna work on getting all the muck buckets in the aisleways, grain in the stalls, and hay in the stalls because they're empty. So we've reached the part where we're gonna be letting in George, and George is ready to be let in, isn't he? If you guys remember from the latest video, If you guys remember from the latest video, we open up the back of Argento's stall to use basically as a run-in shed for when we have a new horse. We did have some rain come through last night, so we're glad that we had that there for George so he was out of the elements. And then all I have to do is just move George over to his actual stall. There you go, bud. And then clean up Argento's stall so that it's ready for Argento. Yeah, not too bad, but I can definitely tell George used the stall last night. There we go. Now the stall's all ready for Argento. We've got hay, grain, and it is clean. Now we're gonna go ahead and get started on letting in the horses. Woohoo! And you guys are gonna get to see what a absolutely beautiful sunny day we have here. I mean, just look at this, huh? Isn't that just breathtaking? Yeah, good morning, Buster. Good morning, Rocky. How are you guys doing today? Oh, look at Rocky with the yawn, and Buster's like, give me the food, give me the food. Don't worry, guys, we'll feed you soon. But for now, we're gonna be starting things off with Mr. Poncho. Good morning, Poncho. You guys see what I see? A loose strap. We'll have to make sure we hook that up when he gets inside. There you go, Poncho. Leave this open so that we can get in here and do some maintenance on the pasture and get those manure wagons dumped. Make sure I don't slip and fall. Poncho's gonna head on in and we're gonna let in the middle field. You may notice while we're letting in the horses that some have blankets on and some don't. And the simple answer behind that is that some horses get colder at different temperatures than others. And with the rain that we had, it was at such a warm temperature that only horses that we put in the weak category are actually going to be the ones that get blankets on. So in this herd, that's only Rebel. The rest of them have a thick enough hide and a strong enough skin that they won't have any skin issues or problems from this little rain that we had. And my word, it's foggy out today, guys. I can't even see the mountain. Let's go ahead and continue on with the rest of the horses. Let's lay in the big field. Oh, Duke's getting in first. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Morning, Suede. Morning, Weather. Declan, Skywalker, Spitfire, and then looks like Archer and Obi, Danny, Gavin, Sriracha. Notice the thoroughbreds both have blankets on. It's a mental note for any of you horse buyers out there. Keep that in mind. And Argento, let's see, do you think he's gonna be a problem today? I didn't go in, so he's probably gonna be a problem, we'll see. Roni, morning, good to see you. William, morning, good to see you. And Ducks, morning, good to see you. Buster and Rocky patiently waiting, as patiently as impatient can be. Let's see, I'm not seeing an Argento. Oh my goodness, guys, good news. Argento went into his stall. It's gonna be a great day. We just know it now. Alrighty, guys, do you know what time it is? That's right, guys, it's donkey time. One of our clients at the stable actually made the shirt for me and Gavin. And I actually don't know if Gavin's gonna be here today or not. So he might just pop in later in the video. He might not. He hasn't told me anything, I don't know. So time will tell. It'd be amazing if you showed up wearing the same shirt though, wouldn't it? Oh man, that'd be funny. All right, in the meantime, we gotta feed some donkeys. What's up? You know, you guys are the real stars of the show. Look at this, their fur's all wet. Were you guys out in the rain instead of being in the shelter? Kids. Come on, you're cutting me off, Buster. Come on, both of you. Let's go. Let's go. Look how nice and dry it is in here. I could have slept down in the hay. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Which one they want to be in. Oh, neither. They're just leaving. Okay. That was a bit strange. I'm gonna open up the window above them. Maybe that'll help them feel a little bit more safe to go inside. Maybe it's just too dark in there for them. There you go. See that, Buster? Good boy. And here comes Rocky, and he's gonna push Buster over. There you go. I'm also smelling the tiniest bit of skunk. Not like any of them have been sprayed, but there may have been one that came through in the early hours of the morning, and that spooked them a little bit. In the meantime, I'm checking the neighboring run-in, and there's nothing in here other than horse manure, so there's definitely no animals anywhere. So I figured I would just address this because this is something some of you eagle-eyed viewers are gonna notice in the background. That pipe changed color. Well, it did and it didn't. So you longtime viewers will know that we have a water system that runs all the way down to 2 water troughs down there. That's new this year. It has been working fantastic. We have had a few problems here and there with the system, just kind of working out the kinks, but truthfully, it's been working great. Way better than bucketing water, and we're excited for it going forward into winter. That part's ready. This part was made up of the black flexible hose and went all along and then connected in right here. The problem is that as the sun heats up that black flexible hose, it begins to sag in between where the hangers are, creating areas where in the winter, water would sit and then freeze. My mom's way of handling that was basically to get some PVC piping and run the black hose through it, because the horses will step on this through this whole area here. Basically, it's just gonna prevent that hose from sagging so we don't have any problems in the winter. In the summer, it's not an issue, but in the winter it is. So it's you can look at it as a protective shell. In that way, if a horse steps on it and cracks it, it's no big deal because it's actually the black hose underneath that's running the water through it. And then over here, where it's actually above the ground and not in danger of a horse stepping on it, this area here will be where the actual PVC is running the water. So I think it's a good idea, and I think it'll work out great. Just looking already, you can tell the slope is way better than it was. So that's good to see. Some of you love me showing the manure, and some of you absolutely hate it. Today, I am not going to be showing any of it to kind of balance things out. So I'll see you guys after I'm done taking care of manure. All right, good news, guys. We got manure all taken care of. Now we're going to be letting out George. George is actually going to be heading out into the big field today, but at 1 p.m. Until then, he's going to spend some time in the left run with the donkeys. Are you excited, George? It's a big day. I think he's excited. Yeah, here you go, bud. Also, in case you're wondering, his owner painted him the other day. I think she was going for a unicorn look. I'm not quite sure. The paint washes off with rain and, of course, being brushed, so don't worry, it's not permanent. And in case you didn't know, that's actually a rather common thing. Young girls, they do have horses. Some of them do tend to want to paint their horses, and some of them actually put really cool decals and designs on them when they go to horse shows. So I think she was practicing. But in any case, we've reached the point where we're going to be turning out the horses. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys with Spitfire again. Sound good, Spitfire? You think you can keep them company? Move along. Let's go. Fire, you ready to head out, bud? I hope you guys enjoyed spending some time with Fire. Okay, all of the horses are out. A large number of them in the big field are actually eating some grass. Temperatures are a little warmer right now. We're in the mid 50s and 60s, so that's to be expected. And looks like Archer's eating hay, and then the middle field's entirely eating hay. So it's nice that they got those choices. So that's gonna be it for morning feeding. So now we're gonna be moving things on over to the farm on the Veggie Boys. Looks like Melissa's back from taking Samson on his walk. Hi, Melissa. Hi. That actually wasn't what I was gonna talk to you guys about. Timing just worked out. But you'll notice the potato digger's not here anymore. So you guys will note that we've been trying to get that digger running for quite a while. And we weren't able to get the engine running, and for anybody that follows the Veggie Boys, you'll note the struggle that has been getting that digger up and running. And then once we finally got the engine up and running, there was even more problems, because basically when you'd fix one thing, you'd move a step forward and realize now you have a new problem. And well, that took us to where we thought we would be digging.
We were supposed to be digging potatoes today, but the potato digger isn't fixed yet. So, plus,
It's too wet outside.
so we have the extra time to do this today. It's looking like we're gonna dig potatoes on Thursday, which is awesome because potatoes.
And that ended up not happening, actually. So fast forward to the next week, we're now at the point where the engine is running, the digger is running, but it is wet. So I don't know how that will affect things. So time will tell. Let's go talk with the veggie boys and see what we're doing for the day. From what I understand, today's the day. So I just got off the phone with Brian. I was letting him know I finished up feeding horses and that we're ready to get started. And turns out they were pretty anxious, and so they went down there already to start trying to dig. And it's far too wet, which is the impression that I got. Let's take a look at the rain gauge and see how much rain we got. I'll tell you what, man, we can't catch a break with these potatoes. You gotta be kidding me. We've been needing rain all summer. Never got it. Now it's time to harvest everything. And we're getting that kind of rain? Man. So it sounds like what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to dig after lunch. Maybe that'll make a change. That's in an hour and a half. But I don't think that's gonna make any changes. Well, bummer, man. I'll be honest, guys. I'm pretty disappointed right now. Finally got everything ready, and then now the weather's not cooperating with us. And the best part is that, yeah, it's too wet to dig potatoes, but because of all that rain we got, it's too wet to harvest corn too. Thankfully, I do have some little jobs that I could take care of here at the stable. Come on, puppy. I got all that bale wrap and net wrap over there that's been piling up, so we'll clean that up. There we go. That looks a lot better. And I'm also gonna open up these 3 wrapped bales that I brought over, because then I can get rid of the wrap. And I'll just stack them up inside with the tractor here. So we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll put 1 over here. And then I'll still be able to get the tractor and the quad in. And depending on time, I might go and get another 3 bales and stick them here. Looks like all my busy jobs ended up not happening. So now what I'm doing is I'm going through the old fields here, and we're removing all of our drip irrigation system. So I just got to go through, and basically I'm just grabbing every single connector, and we just reuse them the next year. So I just got to pull them out of the pipe and do my best not to break them, and then I put them in a bucket. And then from that point on, it's pretty much just rinse and repeat. Well, a bucket of connectors later, and I got all the connectors, at least the ones that weren't broken from being driven over or whatever happens to these things. Me and Scoots are gonna, I guess, head on to the next job. Definitely didn't expect to be doing this today. So I got some good news. The good news is we are done with drip tape and with cleaning up the fields. And it's lunchtime. Check it out. We got taco bowls. Looking fancy. There's Daniel's taco bowl. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty spicy. You excited for taco bowls?
Yeah.
What about you? Are you excited for taco bowls?
Look at my taco bowl.
That is beautiful.
This is what we call beautiful. Beautiful taco-ness.
That is a work of art.
Taco. They'll figure it out, Petey.
Well, today is just a constant surprise, I'll tell you what. So today's basically a wash on the farm. It's just too wet. We were hoping we might be able to start digging this afternoon, and then it rained all lunch. So as you saw there, and it's such a light rain that it's just keeping the ground from drying out. It's not, you know, actually doing anything. So we're actually gonna scrap to the plans for today, and we're gonna be moving things over. And I think what I'm actually gonna do is take the camera with me, because I've been talking about digging potatoes so much. I feel that I owe it to you guys to actually show you my perspective, because of course you'll see it on the Veggie Boys side of things, but I owe it to you guys to see my perspective on this, because it's just been, for so long, it's been something happening. So anyway, that takes us to the stable, and I actually have some exciting stuff going on with the stable. So George is getting turned out in the big field today. Now, he's only gonna be out in the big field for 2 hours, and we're gonna watch to make sure that we have no problems with George. So let's go ahead and grab him and send him out and see how things turn out. I've got some exciting news for you. Come here. We're putting you out in the big field. And the whole purpose behind this is he's now been here for over a week, and he's gotten to meet all of the horses through the safety of the fence. So most of the horses have gotten to meet him and smell him, but they haven't gotten to actually figure out where he is in the pecking order. So once we turn him out, there's a good chance that a couple horses are gonna run up to him to basically meet him. He's a little uneasy right now, so we'll take it slow. All right, George, here you go, bud. Well, I don't know if you guys can tell, but he's the paint on the left between, you got Doc's in the lower right-hand corner. He's the white horse. Then scan your hand on up, and then you'll see a dirty paint. That's Champ, because he rolled in the mud. And then you've got a horse with a blanket on. That's William, who's currently meeting George. And then you got George.
And there has been absolutely no fireworks. So this is great. I can leave them now. They're fine. Slowly, all the horses are going to meet him. He's met about 6 already, and nothing. They're all completely fine with him. So that's really exciting. And that's a lot of the benefits of having them in these runs where they're able to meet the other horses over the safety of the fence, because they're familiar with his smell. They're familiar with how he looks. They just haven't gotten to meet him physically. That's what they're doing. They're recognizing the smell, and then no fireworks, no problems. When he comes in tonight, we'll check to see if there's any cuts or bite marks, kick marks, make sure he's okay. If he's good, then we'll continue to do this for a couple days, letting him out about halfway through the day. And then eventually he'll be out all day, and then eventually all day and all night. Well, howdy. Quite some time has passed between the last clip and now, but for you guys, obviously, it's just the next clip. But these are 3 brand new round bales brought up from where we have our stockpile. Put them here, and I cut open all 3 bales. 2 are sitting in here waiting to be put out, and 1 is sitting right in here for us to use inside the barn because the other one ran out. Good deal. That lasted a little over a week because I put that in on a Tuesday. Actually, last Tuesday. That lasted exactly a week. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness, what is that? What is that? Ah, well, at least we're starting to dry down a little bit out here, but still, that's a whole day wasted. Oh well, got to do some little jobs here and there, I suppose. Rocky, Buster, you guys ready for some food?
You guys ready for some grub? There you go, buddy. There you go, Buster. There you go, Rocky. Every time, every time.
We'll leave that open for them for now. There we go. They're all set. I noticed that the big water trough in the big field is a little low. Looks like there's only about 20 gallons in it. So we're gonna fill that back up to 150. So we actually have made some changes over here. So check this out. They're labeled now. And this is gonna go to the water tank in the big field.
And we'll just plug that right in. Make sure that's snapped on. And fire that up.
And that is set and ready. Even for winter, that is set and ready. So I don't need to worry about this for the winter at all. This is the line that normally runs to our hose reel. As you guys saw, that's disconnected and now set up for in the winter when we need to give the horses buckets of water. So that's set up and ready for that. As you can see is the left and right run, and all set up and ready for that. So everything is set and ready from this hydrant for where it needs to go. Big field, left and right run, or hose reel / buckets of water in the stable. I don't think they want to come in. That hay's just too tasty. All right, we have you guys delicately balanced on the nail. The nail. So you can see as the one herd's coming in and the big field herd's coming in. So we're still waiting for the middle field to come up, just in case I lost you there. Here they come now. You'll see Suede go right, and then the rest of the horses will come this way. Oh, and Duke. Suede and Duke will go right. I'm gonna go close some doors. Okay, so something for you guys to watch as we're letting the horses in is all of them are gonna know where to go with the exception of George. However, because George is in the pasture, if George tries to get in with the rest of the horses or even ahead of some of them, that could create mass panic, and then we might have a lot of horses going in wrong stalls. Usually what happens is George will come in last, and then I'll just grab George and take George where George needs to go. However, we don't know for sure, and the only way to know for sure is to open this gate here. So that's what we're gonna do. Gotta fix Poncho's blanket again. There goes Sriracha and Jack. Aha, because here's George. Hey George, come on in, man. Looking good. I think George is gonna be integrated into the herd rather quickly. They seem to like him. Well, I mean, wow. Suddenly it's a beautiful day. Where'd that come from? I don't know, but anyway, who's ready for the next building update? Whoop, whoop.
So guys, check it out. Here's some updates for you. There's a roof on the building. How exciting. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it just looks a little bit better than version 1.0 over there. Okay, there's only one problem that I see with this roof. Doesn't have the snow hole that's custom designed and built. Beautiful piece of engineering. Honestly, I mean, it's coming together nice. It looks really good. In case you're wondering, no, that is not brand new tin. For anybody who knows what brand new sheet metal or tin looks like, you know that's not it. So this is tin that has been recycled from other projects on our barn, with the difference being that the recycled tin is in a lot better condition than the recycled tin on 1.0. You can definitely tell a difference in the quality of build here between these two structures. And no, it is not done yet. Yeah, I definitely think that's full. I also have some interesting news going on with our middle pasture. We're switching things up. So you guys know quite well that there's usually only 4 horses in the middle field. You've got Casino and Rebel, and then on the other side, we've got Jack and Champ. Starting today, that's changing. We're going from 4 horses to 6 horses in the middle field. We still got Casino and Rebel, but Roni and William are now being added. Now, we shouldn't see any fireworks with these guys because they are already with those horses during the day, so they know them well. Okay, here's your update. Looks like William, Jack, Champ, and Casino are all eating hay out of the feeder. Roni is over by the fence, probably just checking out the boundaries of his new pasture and thinking about how he's not in the big field, he's in the middle field. And Rebel is over by the woods. He was just sleeping, but now he's walking down. Maybe he's gonna get some food. George is over there grabbing a drink. He's got his hay right here set to go. Crazy how much it cleared up, isn't it though? I mean, like, wow. We needed this morning. Oh well. I guess we're gonna be waiting today and tomorrow, dry things off. It's gonna be on that awesome note. That's gonna be where we're drawing an end to the video for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Super awesome to have each and every single one of you enjoying the video and kind of just going along with me on my day. So that's pretty awesome. Don't forget that Giraffe Tools is having a Black Friday sale, so you can check out any of the links down below if you're interested in anything like that. And if you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed. Keeps you up to date on the new horses, the projects, as well as what's going on here at the stable and the farm. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.